Hey there, pirates. Welcome aboard the Anime No Me channel. If there's one thing that seems to be getting clearer and clearer in One Piece, it's that the reunion between Luffy and Koby is way overdue. And this time, it's not just to talk about dreams or that usual mutual respect, it's because things have really gotten serious with Garp. Like, the legendary hero is trapped over at Pirate Island, his ship's destroyed, Kuzan's ice piercing his chest, and yet the guy still laughed at the end. Can you imagine how heavy that must be on Koby's mind? And here's the core of this theory. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want. I think Koby's going to swallow his pride, break out of the model marine label, and look for the one guy he should really be after. Luffy. Not as an enemy, but as the only person with enough power, influence, and heart to storm Hachinosu and get Garp out of there. Of course, maybe Koby can't just escape the marine system alone. He's still part of SWORD, and even though that division has more freedom, they still answer to the bigger structure. But after everything that happened, after Garp literally sacrificed himself for him, I find it hard to believe Koby will just pretend everything's fine and go back to base, especially with Teach playing dirty and using Garp as a bargaining chip. Not even to demand anything yet, just to have it in his pocket. That alone proves Garp is alive, but being kept like a chess piece. And who can ignore that? Definitely not Koby. So I think Koby's main motivation is going to change. He won't just be fighting for justice anymore. It'll be a personal rescue mission, a debt he feels he owes the man who always believed in him. Here's where it gets interesting. Koby has known Luffy since the start. He knows the guy's heart, knows that Luffy throws himself into the fight for those he loves and protects his own till the end. And it's not like Luffy doesn't have a relationship with Garp either, right? Despite all the scoldings, the old man was an important figure in his life. So when Koby suddenly shows up asking for help, saying, "Luffy, Garp's trapped, he saved my life, now it's our turn," I seriously doubt Luffy will think twice. Especially now that he's a Yonko and already tangled up with Imu, the Holy Knights, Egghead, everything. Luffy's becoming the guy who can truly stand up to anyone. And if he goes head-to-head with Teach again over Garp, I think it's just a matter of time. There's another detail. During the fight at Hachinosu, Garp showed he's really on the level of monsters. Galaxy Impact, Blue Hole. The old man used advanced Conqueror's Haki like it was nothing. He fought toe-to-toe with Aokiji, defeated Sanjuan Wolf, withstood an invisible attack from Shiryu, and even landed a final blow on Pizarro. But in the end, he was frozen by Aokiji. That shows you can't rescue Garp by brute force alone. Koby, Helmeppo, and Groose managed to escape, but they didn't have the power to take Garp with them. They need someone special, like someone who also has advanced Haoshoku, someone with an insane crew who's already fought Teach before, and most importantly, doesn't care about marine rules. Someone like Luffy. Now imagine this scenario. Luffy finally finds Koby again, and for the first time, it's not a friendly chat. It's serious, it's urgent, it's about saving a figure who shaped both of them in different ways. And maybe, just maybe, it's the bridge between the world of pirates and the world of marines who truly dream of justice. I think Koby going after Luffy would be that moment of transition where the new generation takes the lead for good, and old icons like Garp, Roger, Whitebeard, all of them pass the torch. But for that to happen, they need to be alive enough to see it. It might sound extreme to think Koby would ask a pirate for help, but remember, the marines didn't send reinforcements to save him. It was Garp who went out on his own, dragging Sword along. The system itself abandoned Koby. So it wouldn't be crazy if now he chooses to step away from the structure and turn to who can actually do something. Luffy is that person. Also, if we remember, there's something very important here. Luffy's connection with Aokiji. They've never fought directly, but Aokiji already helped Robin, stood up against Akainu, and now he's with Teach, or maybe just pretending to be. If Luffy shows up, maybe there's even a plot twist with Aokiji turning against the Blackbeard pirates. Maybe Aokiji is just playing the game for now, waiting for the right moment to flip the table. And if it's Luffy who gives that opening, that signal, maybe that's how Garp really gets saved. Wrapping up this Garp rescue story, I think it's important to see that what's happening isn't just any rescue mission. It's one of those moments that will define the future of the Marines, the pirates, and the whole world of One Piece. Garp isn't just any Marine, he's a living legend, known as the Marine Hero, and one of the greatest names the world has ever seen. The fact he's captured by the Blackbeard pirates, who represent one of the biggest threats right now, shows how the the balance of power is shifting in ways no one expected. I think Koby's call for help to Luffy will be more than just a cry for rescue. Koby, who has evolved so much from a shy kid to an elite Marine of sword, is now a bridge between the traditional justice world, the Marines, and the freer, rebellious, even revolutionary vision of Luffy and the Straw Hats. Who knows? This connection could lead to a very unexpected alliance, where Luffy, who's always been the kind to ignore rules, ends up directly involved with the fate of the Marines because of this link to his grandfather. Plus, I think Sword, which has become a permanent part of the story, will be crucial in this mission. They're practically the Marines' secret arm and have already shown they're involved in operations the traditional Marines can't or won't do. The fact Koby is with Sword shows he's not just any Marine, he's deep in the game and will need all the help he can get to get Garp out of this mess. Tashigi and other members supporting Koby right now will give all the backup needed, but I believe Luffy will be the key piece to turn the tide for good. When you look at the chapters where Garp fights the Blackbeard pirates, you can feel the weight of what's happening. He uses Haoshoku Haki in a huge attack, the Galaxy Impact, that knocks down everything around, showing that even surrounded and in the worst shape, the old man still has fire left to burn. But despite the strength, he ends up captured, and that's something no one expected. I think this event clearly signals that brute physical power alone won't fix things. Luffy, with all his courage, his haki, and his will to protect his people, is the one who can turn this around. Another important point is the personal relationship Luffy has with Garp. We know that despite all the teasing, they have respect and affection for each other. Garp was an important figure in Luffy's life, even if in a somewhat strict way, and Luffy has always carried that bond in his heart. So, I don't think he's going to abandon his grandfather, even if it means facing one of the most dangerous pirates in the world, Blackbeard. I believe this rescue will be one of Luffy's strongest motivations to grow even more, and maybe even discover new powers or strategies to overcome this situation. Besides that, Koby, who has always admired Garp, will show how much he's grown. He's not just a Marine chasing after his duties anymore. Now, he's a character with a huge role in the story because he represents the new generation of the Marines that will shape the future. When he asks Luffy for help, it's not just because he needs strength, it's because he knows only someone with Luffy's indomitable spirit can really make a difference against Blackbeard. It's also possible that this mission to rescue Garp will open the door to bigger revelations about Garp's past and his relationship with the Marines and Blackbeard's pirates. There's a lot of hidden history, a lot we still don't know, and I think Oda will use this moment to make the story even deeper. Garp being captured could be just the tip of the iceberg, revealing deep connections, maybe even with Imu, the secrets of the Void Century, or the true power of the Devil Fruits. Another thing I think might happen is an evolution in Luffy himself during this confrontation. That chapter, where Gaban says Luffy needs to improve his haki, already gives a clear hint. To face enemies as powerful as Blackbeard's captains, and even to protect his own crew, Luffy will have to use everything he's learned and develop new techniques. Maybe this rescue will be the moment he finally awakens the full power of Conqueror's haki, or discovers a completely new ability. That will only increase the tension and hype in the saga even more. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.